Hello there, everyone. Welcome back to some more Let's Play Underrail. In the last episode, we had explored the other parts of the sewer system that we are currently able to access. We found a mutant tattoo artist named Booth down there, who I think his mutations are due to the application of that tattoo device that he uses. He is able to give you a unique tattoo based around what you want to be tattooed about. You can tell him, for example, that you want a tattoo based around having joined a certain faction. Like, I suppose, the Free Mutants? No, that's the wrong game, Tim. It's Armageddon Empires. The Free Drones. Or, say, being a member of Southgate Station. Or things you've done. Like, for example, I think killing the Beast. Or maybe helping the Institute of Chort, if you decide to join that organization. We haven't really done too much at the moment in Underrail, and so as such, we didn't have too much we could ask him to tattoo us with. We could ask him, hey, why don't you decide what to tattoo us with, but I think I'd rather have decide ourselves what we want, rather than leave it up to random chance. And so, we'll come back to Booth in the future. We also found a cannibal down in the sewer systems as well. We survived his attempt to incapacitate and be eaten because his circuitry went haywire on the floor for what he would activate, and it would shock us to death. Or shock us and incapacitate us, and then he would take us and eat us. But it went wrong. We were able to avoid fighting a bunch of coil spiders and side beetles, and we instead were able to hack our way to him, killed him, and defeated his bot, Chop Chop, as well. And now in this episode, my plan is to explore, hopefully, a great deal of this nothing that we see up here for Lower Underrail. So let's get started. Alright, and what do we want to talk about today, Tim? So, first off, I've got my other YouTube video pulled up here so I can look at the comments that you guys have left for it. I suppose I should, as always, thank you guys, again, for being so kind to the Underrail videos I upload here to YouTube. I am very humbled by how gracious you all are for this series. Thank you all very much. I'm very glad you guys are liking this series so much and don't mind me playing it the third time on my channel. There's been a few other game series that I have played that many times that have graced this. I think Legacy of the Ancients has been uploaded 3 times to YouTube, and Darkest Dungeon has been uploaded to my channel a few times, though I don't think it's ever made it up to my channel in an unmodded state. What else have you uploaded multiple times, Tim? I think that's really it. Well, no. There's been a few games I've actually played multiple times, but not 3 times through on my channel, not the entire time. And definitely not for a game as long-lasting as Underrail, with the exception of Darkest Dungeon. So, yeah, so this is very awesome. Thank you guys very much. And I have this up here so I can talk about the comments you guys left behind, because I really like, one of the reasons why I don't have a backlog, okay, well, originally when I was recording Underrail, I had wanted to record Underrail so I could be recording something while I don't record the other games that I was currently recording endlessly. Where are ya? There you are. Got one more approaching. 1 second, everyone. We'll talk more once we kill this guy. Or this guy, this rat hound. There we go. That wasn't so bad. Yeah, I had begun, as I think I mentioned this before, I began recording Underrail because I wanted something to record so I wouldn't record Felseal Arbiter's Mark, like I wouldn't record 50 videos of them before part 2 was uploaded, because I wanted to have some interactiveness with you guys in the comment section. I don't live stream. It's something I've thought about doing on occasion, but no, it's probably not in the cards because my schedule is so random. I don't know when I'll be recording because it all depends upon what the day holds for me. Some days the weather is absolutely gorgeous outside and I don't want to be inside the house. I want to be out hiking somewhere up north, like in a park for about like 9 to 12 not 9 to 12 miles or so to get some good exercise in. And so, and I don't, some days I'm super tired, and so I need to sleep. And so having a schedule where I say I'm going to be online at these times if you want to come in and chat or have fun watching the stream, I don't feel like I can do those sort of things, unfortunately. It's just, again, it's too random what happens to me during the day or what I plan to do during the day. So as such, my talking to you guys generally comes in the form of me responding to your comments. But I like talking to you guys, like I'm doing right now, when I can. And I like responding to your comments in person via talking out loud to you guys, rather than just leaving comments. And so, well, it helps that it helps when I'm recording a different game that I'm super addicted to, where I put a bunch of warnings on it saying, or I warn you guys, hey, I'm going to be recording this non-stop. And that way, other games I won't feel as addicted to. Did that come out correct, Tim? Maybe. I can only really be addicted to one game at any one time. And 1 second. Let's start combat. We have a really tough battle around the corner here. We have 3 lunatics. Yep. One of them is a chiller. The chiller is by far the most dangerous enemy here. Oh, sorry, freezer. So let's start by shooting the barrel. Didn't kill any of them, and they all have like more than 50% of their life left. This is going to go badly. Okay, can we maybe kill the brawler? And then we'll put a bullet into the gunner, because the freezer's armed with what looks like an anti-rifle overcoat. So what's going to happen now is the freezer's probably going to use his ice armor. He might heal himself, he might not. He's going to use his ice armor, and I don't want to be near him. The gunner's going to heal himself and then run after us. I don't think the freezer will have the movement to run around this corner and freeze us in place, so I'm not going to use sprint yet. Okay, so he's got his ice armor on, and it's going to last another 6 turns. Here's what I think we do. We activate sprint. We run up to him, and we stun him. He resisted. Okay, we use the morphine. We use a adrenaline shot. We use bullet time. And we need to shoot down all of these, the icicles around him, basically. Oh! We can get through them? That's right, we can. Let's switch to our armor-piercing rounds. Maybe we can get lucky. Holy crap, and kill him! We didn't shoot a single shard. Okay, well, that's awesome. Okay, we didn't die. That's always a good thing. So, normally, the ice guy will, like, hit you with a cryokinesis, and then hit you with a cryostasis, keeping you in ice. They'll then hit you with another cryostasis. This tends to crit, and you're insta-gibbed. Like, kills you immediately. And so, morphine can help you resist that effect. But I thought for sure we were still gonna die. That's super lucky that we didn't actually, shoot any of his icicles. Interesting. Okay, so first off, he was using a galvanic overcoat, not anti-rifle. Okay. That's worth taking and selling. Take all this crap. The pistol is worth taking and repairing. We'll break that down. I guess we'll break down the goggles as well. The gunner, Has a 5mm extended magazine Jaguar. That's kind of junk. And what does the Brawler have? Pneumatic tungsten steel gloves. Those would be worth a bit if we sell them. We'll take. Actually, we take everything on him. What's in the footlocker today? Bubblegum? Is there bubblegum here? There's bubblegum here. One oddity point. An expired pack of bubblegum. Old world delicacy that you could allegedly chew for hours. Alright, so what was I talking about? Alright, so I pulled up the comments for the last video so I could talk to you guys about them. So let me move this over a little bit, move this screen over a little bit so I can read all the comments. Okay, so we have Lennon, the Beanie Soul Hacker, who says, sometimes the tattoo artist spawns in other places in different playthroughs. In the latest playthrough where I found the artist, he was close to where the acid hunters are, in a trapdoor. Yeah, so that's one thing I really like about Underrail, is that recently it seems like they've been experimenting with the random encounter mechanic, because at different times for different playthroughs, you can play, the game will spawn different types of encounters on you, like story-related, well, I don't know if story-related things is the proper thing to say, but you could have one quest pop up in one game, and in a different playthrough, that quest is not present. Instead, it's a different one. Or a quest has a completely different set of enemies present in them. An example is the water treatment plant by Junkyard, right? That can have one of several different types of enemies. It can have the one guy with all the dogs. It can have mutants. It can have the mind control dominator in it. It can have a group of fire cultists. And I really like this. It makes replaying the game a unique experience. And it keeps you on your toes, because you'll think, oh, okay, this is where the tattoo artist was added. But no, the entrance to his location might be someplace else completely different. And so you can't rely on your memory to tell you where he might be every time. And I really, really like this. Again, it adds a great deal of replayability to the game. Actually, we're probably going to explore both of these. Let's see. Let's go down here. I think this leads us back to the main rail station, the main rail that will go past Foundry, won't it? Yes, it will. Okay, perfect. All right, let's explore this really quick while we're here. Rob Rowe has said, it's good to hear you'll be doing JKK. I'm looking forward to that. Yes, so am I. So JKK is the one oligarchs group that I did not complete. Sigil. So you are once again aware, Sigil was one of the characters I did recently through Deep OA. So it's not a character I've played in the past at all. Well, I have played her in the past, technically, Tim. You're lying right there. It's not a character that I had played like a year ago. Only a few months ago did I first start her up. And she started the JK quest line, but did not finish it. She's completed the first part of it. I don't even remember. I think I had to do something in the sewer system. But I don't remember it too well. From what I recall about the JKK quest line, or at least their items, I'm sorry, their outfit, it looks pretty cool. We might wear it with Decker for a little while. It greatly reduces the cost of point blank shot. I don't know, does it add +1 strength to you as well? I can't remember. We'll probably be wearing it instead of an anti-thermic insulated riot overcoat when we get it, assuming that I don't have enough tailoring to begin constructing something better for myself. Okay, let's double back the way we came into this area from. In this direction is a group of ironheads that is really difficult. Decker's going to have a really hard time killing them because he doesn't have any traps to help him incapacitate enemies bit by bit. And he doesn't have any throwing, so we're not going to be able to use grenades. And I think there's something like 9 or 11 of them over there. Several of them... It's a very wide, diverse group of ironheads, too. There's at least one psionic enemy. There's 2 or 3 people who can throw bombs. 2 enemies with assault rifles and metal armor. I think there's at least 1 guy with an anti-thermic overcoat and a submachine gun. And there might be like 2 more that I'm forgetting about as well. But it's really difficult. However, they have a item that will let you solve one of the problems for rail crossing if you don't want to solve it a different way. I guess spoilers, everyone. So there's a damaged cell phone, I believe, there. And this phone can be used to, when you interact with it, you'll be able to read about how the person who used to own that phone encountered a group of faceless. And the faceless were looking for a strange device. And he didn't have it, but he believes he knows who does. And he mentions that this is the Acid Hunters gang, who we haven't really heard about yet. Cornell and the Acid Hunters, and how they are in Core City at the moment. You can take that information and give that information to the Faceless, who are near rail crossing, and you'll be able to have them leave without you having to solve that part of the puzzle via a different way. I think there's a different quest way to do it in rail crossing. Now that I think about it, have I even done the quest any other way other than finding that cell phone? What is the other way? I think you can talk to the leaders of... I'm sorry, I say rail crossing. I'm meaning Foundry when I'm saying rail crossing. You can talk with the leaders of Foundry, and they will tell you about the Faceless. You go to the Faceless and talk with them, and they will, assuming you don't start hostilities, then they will tell you they're looking for something. You're not sure if it's in Foundry. You go back to Foundry and make a few inquiries, and I think you discover that someone is missing. They've gone, like, they recently found the Acid Hunter gang. Maybe you have to do this in a different order. I think you find out that someone who has met the Acid Hunters, I think you talk with a bartender there. He sends you to someone else, and that person you have to save that person because they're going to be killed. And then that person tells you about the Acid Hunters, and then you can take that information back to the Faceless and tell them. That's right. I think that's how that works. I think I might have only done that once. Most of the time, I just kill the Faceless for that cell phone. Let's move back a tiny bit and let this pig come to us. We should be just outside of range of its charge. Yep, okay. We move up, so this way it can't charge us. And I think we'll punch it to death. No, we won't. Got pretty close, though. But now I need to remember that my Power Fist is charged. The next punch I do with it, it will activate the stun. Old habits die hard. I'm definitely going to be... I loot the corpses. Oh my goodness, what the heck? I still loot the corpses. Alright, let's take all this stuff. What's in this? We don't need the hearts. We're not... There's no biology in the cards for Decker. Oh, we have hacking, Tim. We should totally hack that open. All right, let's see. Knife Gaff says, if you want my vote, I say record Loop Hero. It's a game I've been waiting to pick up. Yeah, so I was super addicted to Loop Hero last week. Even earlier this week. And hold on one second. Holy crap, this is worth a ton of money. Why is it worth a ton of money? Oh, it's fully upgraded, this Corsair. An 8.6mm Corsair Extended Magazine Commando. That's why it's worth $17,000. This is totally worth repairing all the way. 24,000 bucks when we vendor this. That's going to be... That is amazing. Oh, and speaking of vendoring, I don't need all this crap. Let's recycle the knife. We don't care about that. I don't care about... Wait, hold on a second, Tim. Nope. Hold on to that. That's perception +1, I think. What's your current perception? Oh, it's 8. We'll be fine. Well, we'll hold on to it. Let's repair it. There might be a secret or two we can find if we have a perception of 9 rather than 8. The galvanic overcoat, I can't repair it, but it's worth holding on to. Okay. Yeah, Loop Hero was fun. I really liked it. So in the time between making the last, uploading the last part of Underrail, and today is May 5th, 2021. Happy Cinco de Mayo, by the way, to everyone, if you celebrate Cinco de Mayo. You might hear my neighbors' party going off occasionally today. They start around 7 o'clock. It's 7 o'clock right now, 7:26. And they'll be partying probably into the night, unless it starts raining outside. So yeah, happy Cinco de Mayo. I'm hoping I can finish this part, get it compressed down, and upload it tomorrow. This way I can still keep I can keep to my schedule somewhat. It's been so tough for me to upload. Okay, anyway. Yeah, so Loop Hero was great. I really liked the game. And then I beat the game. And one thing about Loop Hero which makes it interesting is that it's a fun game. It's super addicting, but it's also very grindy. It has a really nice story, and it feels very rewarding whenever you complete a run. I really, really liked the game. I really enjoyed coming up with, like, studying the gameplay mechanics, how different tiles work with the type of hero that you are building and what you're aiming for in terms of collecting for resources. And I was able to beat the game when I did Act 4. It was my very first attempt at beating Act 4, and I managed to do it with a warrior. And my town was not fully developed. I didn't have a really great set of supply when I went out there either. But I think understanding how the game works, very smart placement of my tiles, along with understanding how the different enemies worked. So I only wanted certain enemies in certain spots in that game, allowed me to beat Act 4 the very first time I made the attempt at it. I did farm for a bit, though. I think the total time I had played for when I had beaten the game for the first time was 54 hours. It's fun. I really like Loop Hero. But the thing about Loop Hero as well is, as I mentioned, it's grindy. It's very, very grindy. And if I play through the game again, it's not going to be too different from the first time I had played through it. I believe the developers of it are working on a larger patch. I think we're going to get a 4th character class for the game, and I think they're making some changes based on feedback people have been giving them. I'll be curious to see what those changes are. I might still record it, especially now that I'm done with Mainframe Defenders. I just finished my 2nd attempt at beating that game today, just a little earlier, and so I'll want another game uploaded to my channel, so maybe we will record Loop Hero after all. Alright, what's around this corner is a tough group of, well, not tough group, there's 2 tough enemies, a bomber and a demolisher for the Ironheads. So we're gonna sprint and charge into them. And we're going to stun. Oh, it's a grenadier and a bomber. Okay, we're going to stun the grenadier. And then we're going to punch the bomber, which will incapacitate him. We then switch and we aim shot crit the grenadier. End the turn. We will switch to our JHP rounds, because neither of these enemies are heavy. Well, no, we'll stick with these. Let's activate bullet time. Oh, you know what? Actually, I don't think we need bullet time, Tim. I think you can punch the grenadier to death. Oh, we woke up the bomber by accident. Oh, it doesn't matter. He's dead too. Holy crap! Accidental murder. Well done, Decker. Well done. That Power Fist is amazing. This is a fantastic, absolutely fantastic item. I don't know if we'll be replacing it to everyone. Normally, the items you find in the game are generally not as good as the items you can create. But to my knowledge, you cannot create a fist weapon that is able to both deal electrical damage and have the pneumatic attack as well. So, I don't know if we'll be replacing it. I don't know. Alright, let's repair our pistol. Okay, and let's search these bodies. We have lockpicking on Decker, Tim, so we can open this up. 1 second, everyone. I'm distracted by loot. We want the Fetibus barbecue. Okay, so what do we not want? Those gloves are useless. That armor is useless. This pistol is totally worth it. This pistol is worth breaking down. What else do they have? They have grenades, so I don't want the MK2s. I don't think I care about grenades with Decker. We'll just leave those behind as well. I don't think, Tim, you need syringes with Decker. You will want bullet cases, though. And we should recharge my hacksaw. Okay, nice. We fought our way to the rail crossing rail station. Hold on. Explore east. I kind of don't want to do any talking today. Well, I'm sorry. I'm doing lots of talking today, Tim. You should clarify what you mean, because as usual, what you're saying out loud is not at all what you mean. I don't know if I want to do any dialogue with NPCs today. So, let's think here. Let's have an eel sandwich. We'll get rid of the fog of war by the train station. See the bats. We'll mark down that we did not explore to the south yet, at least, and we'll double back. So we haven't been getting very many oddity points so far out here in Underrail, exploring the upper Underrail, the lower Underrail passages. Exploring the lower Underrail, but I know where we can get a ton of oddity point items. They're waiting for us inside this ruined. I actually don't know what it's called, what purpose it served. There's bots in it, there's crawlers in it, there's explosive bots, and there's the electromagnetic pulse suppressor, whatever it's called, in there as well. It's story related. We'll probably want it anyway, because I think we get an oddity point for bringing it back and having it installed at Rail Crossing. So why don't we go ahead and get it? I think there's something like 9 or 10 oddity experience points there. So that might be 7, but I'm pretty sure it's like 9. And that's quite a bit to find in one single location. I guess first we'll walk over here. Another trap. Do we go in this way? I guess we can go in here really quick. There's a bot walking around, but it won't really create any trouble for us. Oh, why'd you walk on that, Decker? We can just shoot it with normal bullets, I think. I mean, we can do that anyway, Tim. What you mean is, I think normal bullets will do the damage we need to get through the sentry bot's armor. Mostly because of the increased damage we are gaining through expertise, right? We do an extra 14 points of damage per shot thanks to 15 damage, sorry, thanks to expertise. Nothing on the shelves today. Now, I don't think we'll find it, but there is a secret here. But I don't think you can see it unless you have talked to someone who tells you about this secret. Hey, a partially burned train schedule of the lower Underrail metro system. One oddity point. .62 Steel Cat Extended Magazine. Worth taking. I'm not taking any biology, Tim. Those are useless to you. Now, down here, if I recall correctly, is a very nasty ambush. I think it's this spot. This has killed me so many times. There's two people. I think it's this spot. There's two people here. This is what I think it is, and it's a really tough area. I think we'll give it a try. I think my Power Fist is also charged, which will help me with this. So, let's do it. Let's quick save as well. Because if this goes south, I don't want to have to redo everything I've just done. We are already in combat. And I don't see who saw us. So let's throw a flare. I'm pretty sure there's an enemy. So one of these enemies is a crossbow using lurker. The other is a lurker cutthroat, I think. So let's use a flare. And I think the cutthroat is almost right next to us right now. There he is. Okay. Let's move up. I think it's probably worth punching him. And I think if we punch him again, we'll kill him. 14 through 21. We can do 32. Oh, maybe not. Okay, so let's switch back to our pistol and aim shot. Murdered! And then I'm going to move... Actually, let's take a morphine shot. And move over here. Okay, we survived so far. Thankfully, because of the morphine. How much hit points are we down? Almost 100. Let's have the advanced health hypo. Now, there's a trap here. I believe it's a crawler bear trap. Let's activate sprint. Charge this jerk and stun him. He resisted. Okay, that's a bit awkward. He's gonna throw a net at us. But we evaded it. I don't want to move towards him because I'm pretty sure there's a trap right in the way. Let's use an aim shot. Okay, and that's it. Well done. We survived. And I still don't see this this crawler trap that's right in front of us somewhere. Let's search this jerk. There it is. Okay. He's got... the crossbow's just okay. We'll take it. His armor's garbage. The belt we'll take. The boots are garbage. There's nothing else on him we want. Oh, it's a murderer, not a cutthroat. Okay. A little stronger than a cutthroat, if I recall correctly. Generally, murderers, yeah, they have garbage on them, though. We'll take the advanced health typo. Alright. Let's heal up. We'll recharge our shield. I think we'll recharge our taser. Let's repair our pistol. Okay, let's search these barrels. We've got no traps, so that very, very delicious, wonderful crawler poison trap will just have to stay there. I think there's another trap right here somewhere. I think it's a normal crawler trap. Oh, sorry, a spirit trap, is that right? Spirit poison bear trap. Spirit poison makes, if the enemy, whoever steps on this, gets a doppelganger that spawns to damage them. Very nasty. My camera I don't care about, such a low level one, or do I? I don't. Okay. Alright, let's keep exploring. Let's go down this way. We survived that. I'm impressed. No audio items, though. Sounds like there's a circuit that's busted. Oops, did I take something? I didn't want anything. We did. We don't need any of that garbage. Alright, Kim, let's keep talking about the comments. So, Thermonuclear War has said it's human skulls, Tim. Human skulls under his bed. Remember at the last episode? After we had killed the cannibal, I was looking, like, at what was under his bed, and I couldn't quite make it out. I zoomed in to get a better look, and I still couldn't quite figure out what it was. That's nasty. That's pretty hardcore. Dominating for that guy, keeping a collection of skulls under his bed. In any case, kudos to your appraisal of Underrail. While you're doing it, the game could kill you a few times. Yeah, that's quite true. Thank you very much as well. I really, really do like Underrail. I was very harsh on this game when I gave it a score last time. I think I gave it a 12 or a 13 on a 1 to 20. I'm looking forward to re-reviewing it in the future, where it will probably get a higher score, especially now that I've played other games with my review system. Gets blocking things. Oops! Nope! Don't do that, Tim. Sorry, listened to myself for a few seconds there. Hit the wrong button. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to it. It'll be fun to. Oh, we don't want to be here. Don't want to be here. It'll be fun to review the game again. Especially now that I've played a few other games, I have a better feel for how it lines up in regards to those other games. And as I mentioned, I believe in the last video, the story and the writing for Underrail are actually really good, really, really well done. And I'm probably going to grade it very highly on that, at the very least, in addition to a few other things now. The game's received a few balance passes through too, so I had a few gripes about the balance the last time I played through the game that I don't feel the game has any longer. Psi is still powerful, for example, still very powerful compared to other builds, but I don't think it's anywhere near as unbalanced as it had been originally when I played through the game a year ago. Okay, let's sit down here. Stig's eyes are on you, upon you, I guess. I think he means that I am surviving thanks to a little bit of luck. And I think that's true. As much as I complain about the game and the random number generator, it doesn't happen. It certainly seems that, like, I miss very often to me. I think this is probably just my bias. I am almost positive that the game isn't weighting the rolls in any certain way. It's not making it more difficult because it can. It's just, it rolls the random number, and it just so happens to pick, like, I miss several 95% chances to hit in a row. That's just the way it works. Anyone who's played any of the XCOM games will have that same experience, I'm sure, from time to time. Alright, let's charge our fist. I think one more punch. There we go. Now it's charged. Next one we do should be the critical hit. The 200% extra damage and incapacitate. We should activate bullet time. No reason why I can't kill them all off. I don't want to... Don't say you don't want to fist these creatures, Tim. That's bad. You don't want to fist these creatures. I don't want to punch them again because I now want to hold on to the fact it's charged. Let's leave all this garbage behind. Yeah, we're bleeding, but it's very slight. The armor we've got has actually been fantastic. Level 14. Anti-thermic insulated riot overcoat. Yeah, not bad. We're not losing too many points from our dodge and evasion. Is that correct? 110 for both. What is it normally? 106. Actually, Tim, if you take off the armor, you're losing 31 points. I mean, I don't like that, but I'm willing to put up with that. It's too nice being basically immune to burr respawns with this, and taking greatly reduced damage whenever we're struck by Rathound Alphas, so I don't have to use bandages or health hypos. And we shouldn't need better armor walking around standard Underrail. We're powerful enough that we should be able to survive whatever the game throws us at. Most of what the game throws at us here. Okay, so if I recall correctly, we're not gonna fight those lunatics yet. I'm gonna want to be higher level before I do that. I think I will want a better pistol. We might be able to take them out, but it's gonna be tricky. There's 4 lunatics there, and they also have... They have a ton of cats, and the cats are all hostile to you. The cats are very hard to hit, and they tend to surround you, and it's tough to chew through them to try to get away, and in the meantime, the lunatics are pummeling you with spells. We don't have any grenades on us, so we have no easy way to deal with all those cats. We might be able to actually just shoot them all to death when they all get close to us. But then, I'm not ready to deal with all those lunatics with what I've got at the moment. There'll be a few rat hounds over here. I think we're more than a match for rat hounds at this point. Can I shoot this one? Okay, let's activate bullet time. No reason not to use the abilities I've learned. Alright, what else is next, Tim? Jennifer P. says, I'm also very sentimental and felt really bad after reading the Fold M7 you find at the Joint Security Headquarters. I'm definitely not a fan of Biocorp after that. Yeah. Oh, wow. Biocorp's annihilation of Lumeria and the NFT was, oh, so sad to read about. And the way they did it was terrible, bombarding them with their, the mutagen tanks. Or, I'm sorry, with mutagen was, oh my god, what an absolutely nightmarish, painful way to die. Being, with your, basically you're being mutated very quickly, so your bones are growing and twisting, your skin is melting off of you, all sorts of other horrific, agonizing, painful mutations. God, it's just terrible. And I remember reading about the Biocorp view of this, right? Because if you just... It's on the computer, on the Pirate's destroyer, if I recall correctly. You can read about how Biocorp viewed it. And the Biocorp citizens were cheering, they were glad they were going to war and so on, and they viewed their cause as being very righteous. I'm still not sure why they did this. Like, either side. Well, actually, I guess NFT was defending themselves. I still don't know why BioCorp did what they did. The only thing I can think of is that BioCorp must have had knowledge about... hold on one second. Let's switch to our JHP rounds. Activate our shield as well. They must have had knowledge about what NFT found there and realized that they would all be killed or be corrupted by the use of the Shadowlith and or the pylons that must have been discovered around it. Okay, I equipped these bullets because of the Smasher, and he's not near me. This guy has an anti-thermic overcoat, so I'd rather not fire on him. I guess we'll switch back, and we will fire on this guy a few times. Wow! I didn't expect to actually kill him. That's pretty awesome. Alright, let's sprint and move away. Sounds like someone used adrenaline. Oh, nope. It wasn't this guy. Alright, so let's use... Now let's switch to our JHP rounds. I don't think we'll need bullet time for this. I think we can kill him from range. I think the other two are also lightly armored, so we'll stick with these bullets. Nope, one also is using anti-thermic. But their psionic cyst is not. I should be using bullet time here, though. Alright, well done, Decker. I think with all the loot we're about to pick up, we should probably double back and vendor this stuff. Yeah, we're getting overburdened. So, let's see. Let's recycle this. Loot these. Let's look. This is worth... This is definitely worth selling. This is worth breaking down. What's worth breaking down? This gunner... Armor is worth it. Helmet's worth breaking down. Not worth repairing. Okay, yeah, we're almost overburdened, everyone. I don't want to eat a pentapus and explore a little bit more down south because there might be actually other equipment down there. So, what we're going to do is take the Hurricane Crossbow. Okay, so now I am overburdened. Let's see. Let's leave this behind. Leave this behind. Everything else I want. And all the audio items I want are in there. But we're gonna have to... We'll come back for that. Let's see. I am not near... Well, we are kind of near. We're near rail crossing. I guess we can stop in rail crossing, sell some stuff, then take the tram back over to... That's right, the train back over to Core City. Oh, careful though, Tim. Sometimes there's a random spawn here. And there is today. Okay, we have 2 plasma sentries up ahead. Rogue plasma sentry. Alright, so let's switch to our W2C rounds. Activate our shield. There's 3 of them! There's 3 of them! Okay. So their shields aren't activated at this moment. So if we're gonna kill them, this is the best round to do it in. Let's activate bullet time. And then shoot the one that's in the light. 1 down. We will move up. I realistically should throw the flare, but that's most of my other action points. Let's just shoot. We're gonna get torn up. Our shield should protect us from at least 1 round of this. Okay. I don't think our bullets can penetrate their shields. Let's sprint, charge, stun this one to incapacitate it for a turn, and then we punch this one to guarantee the death thanks to the 200% damage we had held on to. We'll reload. No, let's keep punching this one. That was well done, Tim. Well done. Let's pat myself on the back for a job well done, because no one else is going to do it. All right, let's recharge our power fist and our shield, and let's see what these guys have on them. 2 batteries, some scrap. Batteries and scrap. I one time had the random Ironhead group spawn. There's like a cooking pot, a boiling cauldron or something, and there's like, I think there was 4 of them here. And I thankfully had stealth. I was able to stealth past them, because I was down on this section of the rail, and they were here. And it was my very first time through this area, I think. Yeah, I think so, with J-Dirk. A long time ago now. There could be another random encounter right here sometimes, but nothing here today. Okay, so I guess we're going to do... I don't really want to do any dialogue with NPCs today. Alright, Tim, then just take the train station back to Core City and store and sell a bunch of stuff there. And while we're doing that, we can read more comments. So, Lost Fremen says, the tattoo artist can sell from time to time 1 piece of greater siphoner leather, which could get you some nice armor or tabby boots much sooner. I also agree that Underrail is a very good game, if not a masterpiece, with so much of the hard work and love that was put into making it being so evident. Between the amazing combat system, which I 100% agree, yeah, the combat system is incredible. The phenomenal music, again, absolutely amazing. I use this music in my Dungeons & Dragons campaigns when I run it. I like the Warehouse Horror, in particular, is my favorite track to play. The level of detail, the really good graphics, as well as the game stability, performance, and great writing, it really made me appreciate it like I have not done for any game in quite some time. Yeah, this game's really amazing. It's one of the things I really wanted to, I don't know how to say it. Like, I wanted to thank the makers of Underrail for putting so much work into it. It's really a real pleasure to play a game like this, where so much effort has been put into all the different aspects of the game. It's amazing. It's a privilege to be able to play such a great game, and I'm very excited for the new campaign they're making. Yeah, me too! I'm really looking forward to it. It will probably be a day 1 buy for me. If nothing else, because I really want to show Stygian Software that I support their efforts to continue making games like this that they have made. Or just in general, like the games, I really like the developer. I want to give them more of my money. I think they deserve it. It's been really amazing. I think Stygian Software made Neo Scavenger is another game. I think a few of you have asked me to play that one, and so I had bought Neo Scavenger, I think directly from the developer, from his website when it was available, and he sent me a postcard thanking me for it and warning me to be careful when I arrived at the lake. I never played Neo Scavenger, and I still haven't. I have watched a few people play it, and it looks like a game I would like, but the only thing is that that game has a bunch of fiddly bits with it, which would be beyond my understanding. Like, having to have, like, plastic bags and carrying a sled to carry all the loot you want with you from place to place and so on, and covering your tracks and such. It's a bit too much for me. And so I've had a lot of fun watching a few people play bits and pieces of the game, but I myself have not played it. Let's see. Oh, the merchants have not refreshed their inventory yet. Okay, well that's still acceptable. So we can trade a bunch of bullets to Dercia for any cash she has left. And we can also probably afford the repair, some repair kits apparently. Or not. Let's see. We get one big repair kit. We're gonna want this repair kit, big repair kit stem. Let's see. So you can only get 2 of them. What if I put these away? Okay. 3 big repair kits for all that cash. Oh, sorry, for all those bullets. Okay, so let's repair. Let's see. The sniper rifle is fully repaired. It goes up there. This is worth full repairing. So let's use a big repair kit on it. How do I know? I just do. I still wish I could tell you what goes through my mind when I look at an item and I look down at its durability and I see how much value it has, and I ask myself, if I use a repair kit on that, is a normal repair kit going to be worth more than, say, 1,000 extra value added to it? And I can generally make a good guess that it is. Let's see. This is worth 4,196. So if I use a full repair kit on this, I think it's going to go up to 7,000 or 8,000. Maybe 8,300. Let's see if I'm right. $7,152. So that is... I think it is worth full repairing, but it's just barely covering the cost of the repair kits. Okay. I'll put that with my other fully repaired crossbows. And I've got 1 left, but I'm not going to use that big repair kit in case I need it when we go out exploring. All this other stuff gets put here to be repaired later. We put this armor... Oh, I already have a Bout Edition suit, but this one's fully repaired. So, can I break this down? I don't think I have the tailoring for that yet. I do not. Okay. Just keep you over here with all the other garbage. Okay, that was really quick. Yep, alright, let's head right back to where we were. I've got... we should have time to explore that facility with all the oddity points in it. I think we do have time for that. Let's see. So, we'll take the stuff back. Alright, what else is there? The last comment is also from Lennon, the BD Soul Hacker. Have you checked YTTD yet? So, YTDD stands for Your Turn to Die, from what I can tell. And it's a visual novel? I think that's what it's called. It's a visual novel, so it's one of... I think it plays very similarly to Tokyo Dark. And it's mostly reading with graphics on screen. Kind of like reading a manga or something of the sort. I think you get choices, and those choices matter. And from what I can tell, the game is a... It strikes me as being similar to one of those, like, reality TV shows, where there's a group of kids, they're all in, like, a house, or they're living on an island together, and you have to vote someone off the island. However, it's not voting someone off the island. Oh, that was the wrong place. That was a waste of 25 Charons. That's too far. Instead of voting someone off the island, you vote for someone that will be killed instead. It's a very interesting twist on it. It reminds me of Fallout New Vegas with the one vault. Spoilers! Skip ahead 2 minutes if you don't want to hear this. Alright, here we go. So there was that one vault where people were voting for the mayor of the vault, the leader, because whoever was voted as the leader had to be sent down into this one area of the vault where they would be killed in order for everyone else in the vault to not be killed. And if I recall correctly, if they actually didn't send someone down there, the only thing that would happen is that they would be told, congratulations, they didn't send someone to die. But they always did it because they thought they had to do it. That's interesting. Very interesting. And the person actually who was voted would go down there, I think because they had to, or they would be just shot right up there in the vault instead. And then someone else would have to be picked to go down below to die for the vault. Interesting. Alright everyone, here we are. A strange type of facility. And we saw that there was a giant door, right? Let's look out really quick. Thankfully, this is wide open. This looks like this probably shut or would have sealed at one point. But it's wide open for us at the moment, so we can go in here and explore this location. Let's see. So let's use our Omni tool to open this vent shaft. Can we open this door? Lockpicking 50. Let's see what we have inside the vents in this location. Praxoneuroscopic filter. Low level. Not really worth very much, but the weight to value ratio is still good. We'll take it. Reinforced fabric. Low level, not worth it. And I don't need to make shotgun shells. Oh, and that door is open. We didn't even have to sneak around inside the vents for that. Now, I know what to do here already. I'm aware of what's going to happen. I've played through the game several times after all. But I'm not going to ruin it for any of you who might not know. We have, looks like a security camera here. Thankfully, it's not activated. Anything in the vent shaft? No, just more vents. What do we have over here? Oh, let's open that up. We have a room over there. A grenade case. Interesting. We're not doing anything with grenades, so we won't need it. We have a better balaclava. An elevator with no power to it. Seven Stygian coins and a few bullets. Nothing else in the desk. The monitors themselves are not on either. Hello? More vents. Let's go ahead and open this one. An explosive barrel, but nothing else. Another elevator without any power. And another vent as well. What do we have over here? Another vent. I guess we'll open the vents up. Rubble as well. It looks like a small cave-in. Maybe even caused by the recent earthquake. This looks like... Oh, there is a vent here too. So let's hold on to our lockpicks. We can get in there via the vent system. We're opening the vents anyway. I don't think Decker's that cheap, but... I am. So we're not gonna bother opening the door quite yet with the lockpick. Can you imagine how pitch black the vent systems must actually be? I guess maybe there's like is there some sort of like diffuse light around in the area that we can actually see? I would imagine normally not. I suppose from a gameplay perspective, though, they didn't want you spending money on things like standard flares or a lantern. But realistically, this place would be pitch black if there was absolutely no light in it. Right? You wouldn't see a single thing in here. Nothing in the lockers. Okay. We'd have to be crawling on our stomachs as well for the vent system, like we did in Soma so long ago now. So for this Halloween, I am planning on playing Pathologic again. We're going to go through it with the Harospecs. But I need 2 other games. I'm probably going to be playing Occult Chronicles again, because it's just not Halloween without that game being played. And maybe Dead Space. I recently took down the Dead Space series I had on my channel for being terrible. At least I think I did. So, it might be fun to play through that game again. Oh, you know what game I did take down? I took down my Nosferatu playthrough of Vampire Bloodlines. So, I don't have a Bloodlines playthrough anymore on my channel. I played through that game, and that game had been uploaded on my channel 3 total times. I played through with the Malkavian twice and the Nosferatu once. But the original Malkavian playthroughs were so awful that I took them down. Like years ago, I took them down. They were just that bad. It'd be fun to play that again. It's been a long time since I've played through Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. Of course, I would play through it with the unofficial fan-made patch, because why wouldn't you do that? Let's go kill a rat hound, everyone. Alright, what do we got? We have 2 side beetle brain soups, which are worth selling, but not worth taking for us. Boxing gloves. If we didn't have our power fist, I might have considered using these. So, actually, no, with our melee skill, these are not so, well, with expertise, these are decent. So, what makes these good for a character like us is that they increase our dodge by 15%. And they also decrease our chance to be critically hit by 2%. So that makes them pretty decent, actually. I guess we'll take them. They're not really worth anything to vendor them. But even if let's say I don't plan on using the Power Fist, but we're going to be shot at a lot by a group of enemies, we could put them on. And then we could just make sure I end the turn with them equipped. And that would make it such that we would have less chance to be critically hit, and more of a chance to dodge enemies when they attack us. No Audi items in there. I know what you're saying. You're saying, Tim, where's all the Audi items you said were in here? Well, don't worry, don't worry. We'll be getting them soon. Sledgehammer, a lighter. Sorry, sledgehammer plans, which we don't need, because we're not going to ever use them. Locked locker. I don't think I've opened this in a long time. Let me see what's inside of this today. 20 Stygian coins and 3 electronic scraps. The very first time I entered this room, my first time playing Underrail, well, it wasn't recording it, long before I recorded Underrail, I was immediately suspicious of this object and decided not to take it. So, the good news about that is that, well, what happens after you take this item? It didn't happen to me. But the bad news about that is that I was playing it on Audi mode, and I left behind like 9 Audi points because I didn't take this item. If you're playing Oddity mode, you totally, absolutely, 100% of the time want to explore everything you possibly can. Hey, a marked card deck. It takes quite a bit of observation, but you figure out these cards are actually marked. That's 2 Oddity experience so far from this location. A low-level plasma core and a shield part. Let's look at this thing. Numerous cables connect to the base of the pillar, and some manner of power cell was slotted at the top. Let's take the power cell out. As you pop the power cell out, the device short circuits. Doesn't seem like putting it back in will work. You can hear the sound of the warehouse gates lifting from back in the hallway. And you'll note that the power has now been turned on here. Security scope, warehouse. Let's activate the security system. Elevators, let's turn them on. Operation completed successfully. Let's hack into the system. Attempt to gain level 2 access. Hacking successful. Access upgraded to level 2. Security. Front gate. Open. Operation completed successfully. When you take that device out of the plinth it is in, the gates out front will shut. And normally, without a level of hacking required to do this right here, you'll have to explore this location to find a security key card that lets you interact with this terminal to open those gates. But hacking will let us do it. Now, because we're playing Oddity mode, though, we don't want to take advantage of the fact that we are able to do this with hacking. We actually want to explore every inch of this location. It's going to be dangerous, but again, I think there's another 5 or more Oddity points waiting for us in here. Security cameras. Turn those off. Okay, everyone. Let's see what we did. That is a kamikaze bot. These bots charge you and detonate. You might not be able to see, but there's like a small device attached to their back. They blow up in a AoE. I think the AoE is about the same range as a normal grenade, and they deal decent amount of physical and heat damage. Not that much. We won't take that much because I think is our armor protecting us from heat? It is, yeah, so we won't take too much damage from them. But they make a lot of noise, and that noise actually I think attracts the bots as well. They're very easily destroyed also, just taking a small amount of bullets to kill them. I see just one shot, I think. Oh, okay, I was wrong. So, indeed, all the bots work like other bots, and sound does not attract them. Maybe I just was unlucky enough to always have had that security camera see me. Okay, that's probably going to get their attention. Let's destroy the kamikaze bot. We'll throw a flare here and move away. Reload our pistol. Perfect. The bot ended exactly where I wanted it to. I think we can probably... Let's activate bullet time. As I said, we can probably kill it without bullet time, but we've got the skill. We might as well use it. Oh, we already had all the registration plates. Interesting. I didn't think we did. We've been really super lucky with the amount of Oddity items we've been getting from people, from creatures. So, old data media, but we already found all of it, so we can't benefit from that Oddity item. That would have been 2 more points of Oddity experience Oddity experience. I think there's another bot up here. Yep, and there's another kamikaze bot. Yeah, pitiful amount of damage from the kamikaze bot. But I don't want to stay here. I want to shoot at them when they're in the light. Oh, in the light. Okay, we threw that a little too far, but I guess this is acceptable. Let's aim shot. I think there's a 2-point oddity item in here. I think it's a warehouse inventory list. Partially readable, but probably very outdated inventory list. A scope and a crossbow super string. We're not going to use crossbows, but this will greatly increase the value of a crossbow if we do craft one. So we're totally taking that. And the dead man has an old train schedule, worth 1 oddity point. Partially burned train schedule of lower Underrail metro system. That's now been 5 oddity experience points so far we've earned in here. And a key to this abandoned warehouse. And we are not done exploring this area yet. Which elevator do I want? This is probably the better elevator to take for us. Yeah, I see you. Up ahead, there is this little kamikaze bot. Okay. I want to shoot that bot and then get into this room. Come on, you little jerk! Move up a little bit more for me. Good enough. Okay, perfect. That noise should wake up a few things that we definitely don't want to see. And now, let's investigate. There's another one. I didn't think there was another one. The crawler versus the sentry. Actually, this sentry already killed another crawler for us. Let's move up and watch this fight. Not bad. Not bad at all. I believe on hard, I think there's, instead of 2 crawlers, I think they're both Deathstalkers. Or there's 1 Deathstalker and 2 crawlers. But instead of 1 plasma sentry, there's 2 plasma sentries here. So that's pretty nasty. That's pretty nasty. Alright, but thankfully, they mostly killed themselves. If we get super lucky, maybe we'll get some more crawler oddity items, too. We did! Oh, we already read all the crawler oddity items. Alright, then. Really? I didn't think we got all of those already. Okay, so... we don't need those. Train driver manual. A driver's manual for the C2X train engine. Probably the only remaining functional train of the lower Underrail. Another oddity experience point item. Some decent level gun parts. We'll take those. That is now 6 oddity points we found. Technically more, if we include all the oddity items that we don't need. That we did not need. Sorry, that we could not read. There we go. Or benefit from. Some bats. No ridgery mushrooms. Some rubble. With a trilobite fossil. So that would have been... That's like 10 oddity experience points now. Though we've only benefited from, I think, 6 of it. But here's the last one, which is a unique one. You won't find this anywhere else. It's an old magazine from the future. Too bad the last sport result listed here took place a couple hundred years ago. Sports Almanac. I think this is a nod to Back from the Future. And it's worth 3 audio points of experience, which meant we found, I believe, 9 points total. Some really high-level Tychrome spikes here. Well, not high. Mid-level. Mid-high level. Tychrome spikes. Not worth taking in our case. And that was this whole area, everyone. I guess we can pick around the corner just to get the fog of war gone. That elevator takes you up to the other elevator we had seen when we were up a floor. So we are all done. Well, with this... Okay, but I was watching my character. He was aiming right towards that mine. Alright, let's go back up to the upper level. We've already opened the gate. We didn't need the key card. We didn't need the key. But there's so much experience points in this if you're playing audio mode. You really should explore this location. And with that said, we're done. So, with this episode as well. So thank you all for watching. Hopefully it was fun. I hope I can get this up tomorrow, May 6th. I don't think I'll have any trouble with that. And I will look forward to seeing you guys in the next episode. What are we doing, Tim? You didn't actually... Well, we're walking out with a bunch of this garbage. I guess we'll... Well, I'm already babbling. Alright, I'm stopping here. Alright, thank you all for watching, and take care, everyone.